Hello, everybody. Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. Today is Sunday, Sew Sunday, where I inspire you to sew on a Sunday or any day of the week. Honestly, just get out there and sew. No, don't get out there. Do it in a room, in the house, somewhere, unless you have really beautiful weather. Then I could say, set up a little machine outside on your back patio and have fun. I can never do that where I live.
You could like 2 months out of the year.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Anyways, so today I am not sewing anything special. Um, these half square triangles were gifted to me, and little by little, I've been sewing them together when I can. I am not starting any new project, and I told you guys this because I've been working. I got filming stuff all around the rest of the room because I've been filming in here a baby t-shirt quilt or baby clothes quilt that's taking me some time to do. I don't want to start anything new because I kind of just like place it out of the way and then I have to bring it back up here to, start filming. So I don't want to start anything new because then that has to be in the way as well and too much stuff to move around. So I take these little, um, these were Scott's pretzel containers. His little mini bite pretzels come in these, and I've been putting little projects in them. So I use whatever container I have and I fill it up with stuff and then I work on it here and there when I can. I have tons of started project containers that I could work from, but this one, I kind of want to complete this one because it's half square triangles and it's just little pieces and I want to get it done. So, all right, Scott, can I have the computer to
Yeah, do
see
you want
who's
to say
here?
hi?
Yep.
Let's go on up to the top. You can't see the top one because you pinned the thing in the left. Other than that, you can see everyone.
All right. We have Melster was the top one, the first
Okay.
one. We have James, Paula, Mary, Janice, Courtney, Evelyn, slowly scroll this. Delia, Beverly, March. Watching the sewing channel while waiting. Let's see. Beverly, Donna, Maggie, Christy, Judy, Janice, Lisa, Evelyn, Sandra, Angela, Shelly, Marie, Billy. Did I already say that? Probably. Shelly, Dawn, April, Jacqueline, Deborah, MJ, Nancy, Heather, Teresa, Patricia, Practically Creative, which is Melissa, Diane, June, Lorraine, Lori, Melinda, Gina, Brenda, long time no see. Yes, everybody was just over watching Teresa. Mary Jane, Kathleen, April, Sharon, Vicky, Casuvio, Dawn, Shirley, Marla, Janice, Mary, Kelly. Where am I at? It jumped again.
I don't know why you have such a hard time with that.
As it's loading, it jumps. All right, there we are. Darlene, Kathy, Kim, Ruth, Nellie, Paula, Florence, Catherine. Let's see, Lisa, S. Taylor, Terry, Steer, Rowena, Joy, Teresa Louise, Carissa, Tanya, Fran, Betty, Margaret, Lynn, Linda, Maija. Is that Maija? Maija? Interesting. From Australia. Right here. M-A-I-J-A. Maija. Maija. I don't know. I butcher names and I'm very sorry for that. Carrie, Tracy, Lisa, Nancy, Rachel, Judy, Dee Dee, Deborah, Ella, Linda, Carolyn, Rose, Angela, Angel, Joanna, Carla, could be. Shady, Susan, Marie, Deidre.
Yeah, it's Maya.
Okay.
You just put in there.
All right.
Put it as M-A-Y-A.
JK, Lynn. I don't know how to say that either because I really suck. I just say JK. Kylie, Rena, Connie. I'm reading so fast. Crystal, Have a Love, Nadine, Glennie, Yogi, Tammy. You guys keep typing. I'm never going to get to the bottom. Emily's here. Kelly, Tammy, Blaze, Elizabeth, another Teresa, Marie. Where are we at? Keeps jumping on me. Robin, Betty, Cheryl, Gia, Donna, Paula, Karen, all of you guys. That's it. Thank you guys for joining. Again, I'm not doing anything specific, but I am making these half square triangles. They were donated to me. She's here in the chat, actually, to do whatever I wish with. So she started putting them into these 9 patches. So I'm just continuing with the 9 patch thing. And like when I finally get down to the bottom of sewing these together, there is also some more fabric that is pretty much the colors that are in all of this. So if I have to make more half square triangles to go bigger, then I have plenty of fabric to do that. Also, what today I got this little wool mat from Becca. I'm going to test to see if I can handle, if it's going to smell, if it gets steam, blah, 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 you know. So I'm going to test this wool mat thing from Becca. And I'm going to use my cordless Panasonic while I do so, just to know if I can handle, again, a wool mat. Because some smell, some don't smell. Some companies say they whatever, some say don't, you know, whatever. It's all different. So here's all my sets of 2, and I got to add a 3rd one to every single one of these. So all I'm going to do is just sit here and chain piece these. And I'm grabbing the colors. You know, like if this row has reds, I'm going to grab another red for it and just kind of make my way through so that all these colors can get mixed around. There's lots in this little thing, so I'm just having fun with it. And if they don't have a match, then obviously I'm just going to put a darker color up in the top corner. Kind of just going with it with these. Don't matter as long as they all are together and turned into something. That's what matters. This is pretty blue over here. Why not? And then I'm gonna iron them and move on, and iron them and move on. Yeah, I'm gonna steam. This little iron has steam. Red. Yep. Red. Red. Here. Let's pink.
Put something under the wool mat. Heat goes through it, and they hurt you cutting that.
Oh, okay. I will grab something to put under it.
Well, that mat's awful small. What about your little rubber iron thing?
I can use.
Yeah, you just got one of those rubber iron things.
Out in the garage still.
Yeah, you got one. Dusty?
Yep. I shall use this underneath it. My rubber iron chingamabobber.
Iron. Imagine it can handle an iron.
Yep. So this is all I'm doing, sewing these little things together and trying to like mix all the colors around.
Why do some some quilters not take a quilt top where seams were ironed open and not just to the side? I would think ironed open is less bulk.
Why do some quilters take and iron open seams on quilt tops? I don't iron seams open on quilt tops, and I prefer not to quilt or long arm quilt open seams unless there is like hundreds of seams. Then it's okay because, well, there's hundreds and hundreds of them, you know, like mini blocks and stuff. But I don't normally press seams open because if I stitch in the ditch on open seams, then it takes the chance of opening that seam up completely, and it'll just going to rip. It's going to ruin the integrity of the seam. So I always press to one side or the other, but unless a pattern says otherwise. Which is rare. Because I don't sew other people's patterns. So I don't have to worry about it. I've been having fun with these little squares little by little. Gives me something to play with. And I didn't have to piece or trim any of these half square triangles. I saw Kim. I think I did. Oh.
So do you press to the side like on the blocks you're making where so many corners meet?
These ones, the corners aren't meeting. All the triangles are going in the same direction. I'm putting the light towards the bottom and the dark towards the top. So none of the seams are going to come together. And some of these are pressed open, some of them are not. So whoever, the person that made these and the person that made them, because it's from multiple people that made them, it was from a block swap, I think. Some are pressed open and some are pressed to the side. But it doesn't matter because they're all going in the same direction. So none of them are going to be competing with each other when I go to press them. Yeah. Press to the dark when you can. Exactly. So many little triangles here. Huh?
He said thank you for new subscribers.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad people are coming over, Miss T. You could put your link to your channel in there so that more people can find you. In the chat. Anybody that has a channel, you can share your channel in the chat and help you guys out. I can't make others subscribe to you, but I can definitely push them your way. I want something blacker, darker. Do I not have any more blacks? Oh, that'll work. It's gray, but close enough. This one's a mixture of color. Definitely having a little good time here playing with all these little blocks. With all the stuff that Becca had recently sent me, sooner or later, I mean, this month I've been really busy, but sooner or later I'm going to start making those little projects into videos. There's quite a few of them that are kits, so I'll be filming those. They won't be live streams, though. I'll probably just make a video out of them because they probably will take too long in a live stream. And I've been getting pretty good at my editing skills. So it should be fun to edit stuff like that.
Are you going to add your triangles to those?
No. Nope. These are just a whole different whatever. Whatever comes out of all this, that's what'll happen. That's what I'll create. Turn itself off. Light. Pink. Pink. That's the same as that. How about this
How are
one?
the casters working on your long arm?
Well, I loaded a quilt. I haven't quilted it yet, but I basted it. And while I was on the long arm basting it, I did not have to turn my head down whatsoever. And you know, when you load on the long arm, the quilt top is along the back side. So that's 16 inches away from me. Well, it's an 18-inch machine, but 16 because the bars are in the way. So 16 inches away from my head, I did not have to tip my head down to baste it. So as soon as I go to quilt the quilt that's now on the long arm, we're going to see if that changes for me too. Now the casters are on there because when I use pantographs on the back side, I could push the machine out of the way and make it easier on myself to do it by myself when no one else is here, so that it doesn't take two extra people to push the frame out away from the wall so that I can work on pantos in the back. But in case we need to move it to clean it and move it to this and move it to that, obviously the casters are going to come in handy. But I'm totally waiting to see what's going to happen with quilting on it while it's 1.5 inches taller than it was, which made a big difference. So, and my goal is to not have to keep my head down, as well as just be comfortable while I'm quilting.
Angela thought to know that she's loving herself.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad. That celery stick quilt was a fun one to make because the disappearing 4-patch, that was the disappearing 4-patch. That one was cool because I put the colors in a certain order and I lined them up just right. Sometimes you got to play with color instead of just throwing it all together all willy-nilly. Green. Green. Ooh, this one will be good. That'll work. Greenish yellow. None of these match whatsoever. They're all totally wild, crazy different. Anything purple? Ooh, that's a purple. Purple enough. Like this is a whole bunch of batiks mixed with different regular fabrics. Like the sew along that this person did, they were probably required to use a certain number of background blends, and then everything else was probably made from their scraps. So there's so many different fabrics here, which is really cool. I like putting together stuff like this where it's just a big blend of so many different colors.
That's awesome. Less pain for you is always better, and more content for me to get more fabulous ideas. I always learn so much from you.
Yes. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are learning from me. Now, if I can just figure out how to keep me from tipping my head down while I'm sewing, like right here. Because that's my next goal, is to figure this sitting part out. Be nice if I didn't run out of it. I didn't have a full bobbin. This morning I was in here. I did a couple things towards the quilt that I'm doing for my client, and then I made my Eric blocks. I call them my Eric blocks. They're the 52 blocks in 52 weeks sew along, but I call them my Eric blocks because it's Eric's sew along, and then I have my T blocks, which are the T quilts sew along. I have a little bit of everything going on in here, so they all have their own names for what I'm sewing and where I keep my piles. So that's what I was doing earlier. And then I loaded the long arm today. Let's see, what else did I do today? Nothing. I took a nap. I ate macaroni and cheese with a pack of bacon. Because bacon mac and cheese is amazing. And not just any mac and cheese, Velveeta mac and cheese with bacon is amazing. I don't eat very healthy, guys, if you haven't noticed already. Sometimes I do. But most of the time I don't.
Did you see Eric has a Zoom in 40 minutes?
Yes, I know Eric has Zoom with T, and I am going to try to join that tonight. That's if I can get off of here and not be on forever and ever and ever. You guys know me. But since I'm doing this little project, I don't really have to carry on because I'm not teaching anything today. I'm just having a chat. You guys can ask questions while we have this wonderful chat. A dark blue? Why not? You know, just and I'll be able to stop myself and say, okay, I don't want to sew no more. I'm putting these away. Yes, my machine is a Juki TL 2010Q. Huh? Oh, and you can find it at SewingMachinesPlus. In the description below this video is my affiliate link for SewingMachinesPlus, where you can find all sorts of sewing machines and long arms and whatever fits your fancy. Plus, they sell fabric, thread, and other notions. Greens. I need some green. Green. 2 greens from the same pile. Look at that. Came out quick. This one is just a whatever. Let's put this one on it. Just talking to myself while I do this.
What are you making?
I'm just making, I'm putting scraps together from my piles of scraps. This is stuff that was sent to me, already finished half square triangles, a ton of them. So I am just sewing all them together into sets of 3 and then sewing those sets of 3 into 9 patches.
Does your sewing machine have a stitch regulator?
You can put a stitch regulator on
Stitch
it.
Speed. Sorry.
Stitch speed is what You can
got
adjust
there.
the speed, rabbit, and turtle on this. So if you want to go fast like me, you can turn it up to the rabbit and go zoom, zoom, zoom.
What size are your triangles?
Actually, I've never measured them. Oh, they're 2 inches. I never measured them. There's 2 inches.
And Diane says that Sewing Machines Plus is having a contest.
Which contest now? Because I got an email for something and I just haven't bothered to open it yet. I got a little lazy.
Any suggestions on an easy way to make a quilt sandwich?
A flat surface is the best way to make a quilt sandwich. So if you have a flat surface, lay your backing down on a flat surface. You're batting down on that flat surface on top of the backing, and your quilt top, and smooth it all out and pin it if you're, or spray baste it, or whatever your preference is. If you can't get onto the floor, use your kitchen table. Some people use that. If you can't use your kitchen table because it's covered in junk like mine, then and I actually know like all of yours because most of the comments from that video, the kitchen tables are,
Yeah, for our last giveaway.
none of them are empty. There was like 5% of people out of the over 500 people that answered had empty kitchen tables. That's it. 5%. That's not very much.
She wants to know if you're still planning on building your machine into the table.
I want to, but then it's going to be even lower, and that's going to cause me to go even lower like this. So I don't know now. I don't know. I think it's just going to sit on top of the table. I should just put it on stilts. Everything else is good height, cutting and everything, but everything else up here is not. I broke thread.
How do you join Eric's Zoom?
You join T-Quilt's Facebook group, answer the questions, and he posts the link in that group. Ay, come on.
Diane said Sewing Machines Plus is having a huge giveaway.
Is it the live video giveaways, Diane? Like I did last year, because last year I did the quilt show giveaway thing. I participated in it.
50,000 sewing studio, she said.
Excuse me. Ooh. I got a tickle in my throat from inhaling, most likely, thread dust. I hate when that happens. My pile is getting lower. It's already on there. That's not. Then I get to press them all and see how this whole.
Any sort of link to the giveaway?
Is there what?
Any sort of link to the giveaway they're asking? I don't know.
For
Diane
Sewing
know?
Machines Plus, I don't know. Go to the link below my video to Sewing Machines Plus and go see. It might be listed right there on their main homepage.
Yeah, we're an affiliate for them, so you guys can just click on our link. It doesn't
Yeah.
cost you anything.
It doesn't cost you to click on my link. Just use the link and see. It's probably listed on their main page about their event. They usually list the events either on the main page or the event page. There's an event page on their website. That one's already in there. Don't want one that's already there. How about that one? That'll work.
Patty says, what about getting some hard rubber matting and making a stacked platform to raise up your machine?
Could. I could. I could do all sorts of things to raise this machine up. I almost just put that half square triangle on backwards with the seam the wrong way. Happens to the best of us. What is happening today?
What's the matter?
Thread breakage.
You're using the thread that it likes.
Yep.
It's not liking you.
Nothing's liking me today.
It's not liking you.
Don't know why, but whatever. Maybe I just go too fast for all threads. Oh, brownish yellow, brownish yellow. That'll go. No, yeah. So, anybody do anything new, like a new pattern or anything lately? You guys could join that Facebook group that's pinned at the top of the chat. Answer those questions, join, and you guys could share photos of the things that you've been working on. I've been working on a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
it says, I'm making so kind of wonderful mod flamingos for baby quilt. And she says, I don't think I love my cousin enough to finish this.
That's funny.
That's why I read that one. I love that one. Diane tells you to change your needle.
I just changed it. This is a new needle because of the project I've been working on.
Oh, tell them about your ironing board. One lady asked, is it a special order?
What ironing board? My big ironing
Big
board?
ironing board.
We made that ourselves. Scott went and got me a big chunk of wood, and we cut it to the right size and covered it with batting and fabric. It's got 2 layers of wool in it this time around. Last time it had a layer of cotton and 2 layers of poly, which actually kind of liked the cotton and poly mix as my batting for the ironing board. The wool, I mean, it's okay. It does keep, I still could press everything nice and flat, but I don't think enough steam goes through the wool like it did with the cotton and the polyester batting. So
There's videos on how to
a video on how to make it and how I recovered it. All right.
Neil wants to know how are you picking your colors to sew together?
Oh, I'm just like, these are mixture colors, so I throw another mixture one on it. It doesn't matter. I'm not really putting them in any specific color order. I mean, some greens are sewn with greens, some are not, just kind of doing whatever. So if I have 3 blues that I can just pick up, I'm just sewing 3 blues. If I have 3 greens, I'll put 3 greens. If I have 3 purples, I'll put 3 purples. But if it's not, then I just sew whatever. I'm going to sew some more sets of 2 together.
Oh, Nancy's working on Teresa's rice bag. We watched that, Teresa.
Yep, I was watching Teresa's video. I was busy and didn't chat much, but I was watching. She comes on when I'm getting ready to do my own thing. So I have all sorts of things going at the same time.
They're saying put your thread through both hooks. Maybe that will help.
It is through both.
Oh,
nope, it's through 2. You mean both of these hooks up here?
I don't know.
No, but I can do this, that, and that.
Paula says you have the most active Facebook group that I'm a member of.
The most what?
Facebook group. Most active Facebook
group. Most active Facebook group. I try to be active in there, and I'm pretty sure everybody else does too. Try to have fun and share our projects and the things that we're doing and so on and so forth. Is that iron hot yet? Yes, it is. All right. Let's move that out of the way. Let's grab me a shingamabobber thingamabobber here. Start splitting these, and I'm going to press them and see how this wool mat thing likes me. See if it likes me. See if I can handle it. Will it smell like wet dog? Because that's my worry. I cannot stand the smell of wet dog, wet cat, wet any animal.
What kind of weight of thread do you use on your king quilter?
On the king quilter is 40 and 50 weights. Depends on what brand I'm using of thread.
Jackie wants to know that 8 years ago she bought usual fabrics like French General. Now she discovers she likes color and Tula pink. What does she do to use up her stash?
She bought okay, say that all over again.
Years ago, she started 8 years ago, she bought usual fabrics like French General. Okay. Now she's bought color and Tula pink. What does she do to use up her stash?
Put all the French General style fabrics in one quilt and use all the Tula pink style fabrics in another quilt.
You're not a fabric person. You
I'm
use
not
all
a fab.
fabrics
I
together.
use all fabrics. Yeah, I'm not a fabric person. I don't.
Yeah, oh, man.
I don't know how to keep everything a certain fabric line or blend or whatever. Trying to see which way are these posted in, folded in or
What's
out.
your cutting gizmo called?
It's called the Cutting Gizmo by Purple, by the Gypsy Quilter, and it was one of those, the Purple Hobbies or Gypsy Quilter.
Waiting to get a long arm dealers in her area. How would you recommend starting out?
Um,
SewingMachinesPlus.
Well, they don't have local Sewing Machines Pluses in the area, so you'd have to go online and read reviews and watch videos on all different kinds of machines to know what kind of machine you want to
Yes,
get.
there is no dealers in her area, so she wants to know how she'd start out.
You
got yours from SewingMachinesPlus.
I got mine from Sewing Machines Plus, but I was able to play with similar machines in my area. So not hot anymore.
So in order for her to play with the machines,
Yeah, you need to go somewhere, have friends with machines, or look online and see if you can, see if people have them for sale. Go play with the ones that are for sale, the gently used machines that are for sale. See if you can go play with those. See if you even like it. Some people don't even like it, and that's why all those machines are for sale on the internet. Because they buy it and they realize, well, that's not something I really wanted to do. So I would say play with machines first. And then find out what machine you want, what one which one is the best that you played with. I played with a lot of handy quilters, and the King quilter is pretty much the same as the handy quilter. So that's why I went with it, because it was a cheaper version. Still pricey, but cheaper version of the handy quilter machines. I really wanted the Forte, which is a 24-inch machine by Handy Quilter, but that was a little bit way far out of our price range, so I went with what I got.
You love it so far.
And I love it. Never had to take it in or anything. Never had a problem. I'm not liking the smell of this little mat so far. We'll see after it gets used more than this.
Sherry says all your quilts look awesome. Scratches too much about colors, etc. Thinking that it's not that important. It all looks good in the end.
I don't know if I like this. It's a good thing Becca only sent a little tiny one, because if I don't like it, I don't have to use it. It's tiny and it's not going to waste.
Well, you can pass it on forward. Pay it forward to somebody else. Give it away.
I gotta let my little iron heat back up. So the Panasonic iron that I have, if you guys didn't know, I have the metal base. It's got a aluminum or whatever, not aluminum, metal. It's a metal base. It's not the ceramic one, so it doesn't stay hot very long. You would think it would, but ceramic stays hot longer. This thing only stays hot for like less than a minute and 20 seconds. It's crazy how less hot it is than the other one. And if I use the steam, it's even less. It takes the heat away faster. Yep, I'm not liking the smell, but I'm going to keep going until maybe the smell kind of eases.
Tracy says you can spray it with Febreze and let it sit for a bit.
I don't have any Febreze.
I know, but I can get you some. We don't have any at the moment.
Let me put some water in here.
This thingy here is called the Cutting Gizmo.
It's the Cutting Gizmo by the Gypsy Quilter.
See that? That's the Cutting Gizmo. Here's their website, even on it too. Here, you guys can all see it.
But watch out, because it's falling apart, falling out. The razor
It's
blade.
right there. Everybody's asking. Everybody and anybody wants
It doesn't look like that anymore. It looks different.
it. There's their website. Can you all see that? Because I'm missing all the companies. If anybody's asking questions, I don't know what you mean. But there it is. Says the smell gets no better with the wool. Are all your blocks half square triangles?
Yep. These are all half square triangles. So the one thing I would say I hate about a Panasonic iron is it doesn't last. Well, this model, which is model number NI-WL600. For the money, you would think it should stay hot longer, but it does not. So I guess while that heats up, I could multitask and sew more of these in between.
How did we make the ironing board?
Wood and an old ironing board. It has to be the ironing board that has. It has to be the ironing board that has the slats in the back. Because if it doesn't have the slats, then you can't bolt to it unless you drill holes into the metal of the ironing board. So it's best if you have a slatted ironing board.
You guys gotta watch the video.
Yeah, there's a video.
If I stand here and explain it, I'll take up the whole time that Tiff's
Yeah,
going.
it's very hard to explain how we did it. Just look at the video. We measured, we put bolts in, we drilled, Scott drilled in, what is those things called that sets it flush with the wood? The flush thingamabobber. Yeah, you have to watch the video because I don't know what all that stuff is called. We needed a lot of specialty tools. It's just a regular ironing board with a big, huge ironing board built onto it. Or a big piece of wood built onto it, covered.
What size triangle did you start out with?
I don't know. These weren't mine. So I don't know what size triangle they started out with, whoever made this. The person is here. It was a block. All I know is these were from a block swap.
How many are you sewing?
There's at least 250 or more here. So there's a lot. So that's what I'm sewing is a lot. Just having fun with it. Oh, come on.
What are you going to do with all the half square triangles?
They're getting turned into a 9 patch of half square triangles, and I think I'm just going to put them all together with sashing or something. Why is it not hot? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many people contributed to making all these, but they're getting used up and made into something. By me, the person who likes other people's scraps. I'm feeling that, yeah, in the bottom there, colors are all almost the same.
What size quilt do you think it will make up to?
I have no idea. That is, I don't know. I don't know how big it'll be. I'm gonna just start mixing these blues in. There we go. Now it's hot.
You want me to just iron some of those for you?
No, I got it. Just multitasking gives me something to do today.
Dan wants to know, did they have paper stuck on them?
No, I don't know. I haven't seen no paper on anything. Not hot anymore. See how quick that goes? I don't even think that was a minute. So it's definitely not an iron to press a whole entire quilt top with continuously. That's why I like plug-in irons for that.
How do you find something that you really like that you want to keep making over and over again? Do you just make more of everything until you find the right thing?
If you really like something, how do you find something to keep making it? Just keep getting those same supplies to keep making it over and over again.
Find something that you really like. Keep going until you find something that you like.
Yeah, just keep going. You'll find it.
Are you going to show them the complete quilt?
If I ever get to it. These are just my sew. I will show the complete quilt when I finally finish all this someday. I just work on these here and there. Not as often as I should, but I keep the box literally in my vision view, so I just work on them when I can or when I feel like it. And I most likely will probably be turning the rest of the scraps that go with all this into more blocks because I don't think that this is going to be very big. I mean, these squares are 2 inches, so I don't think it's going to be a very big anything. Hi, Mom. You know what I'm going to do? Because some of these are like all the same down in here. I'm going to sew 9 patches of all these same. So that's what I'm going to do. All those pinks. That's what I'm going to do.
You like the wool mat?
So far, no. So far, I don't like the wool mat. No. It stinks. I could smell it. It's horrible. It's not even wet dog either. It smells worse. It smells like wet skunk. Is there even a wet skunk smell? I wouldn't even know what one smells like. It just stinks. You're supposed to use steam on it so it gets moist, but ugh. I knew I wouldn't like it, but that's okay. She sent it so I could try it. I'm trying it, and I don't like it. I'll try spraying it with something else to see, but
What's your favorite block or pattern to make?
My favorite block is a churn dash block. I like the churn dash. It's very versatile with color and with choices and how you can lay. I mean, obviously, it seems like you can only lay it out one way, but you can lay it out multiple ways just by adding sashing and putting your sashing in certain spots or alternating the churn dash block with other blocks. It's definitely lots of stuff you can do with it. I'm very sensitive to smells, so that could be why.
A lot of them
For
are saying
me.
don't use the steam, that the steam makes it smell.
I do have an idea though. Stinky starch. Stinky starch on wool mat.
A lot of them are saying they hear the smell goes away.
Stinky starch. Let's see if stinky starch makes it better. It's actually smell free. It has like a hint of a different smell to it. So we'll see.
I like the smell of your starch.
Yeah, it's not strong starch. It's just ever so. I have the lavender flavored. I should say lavender scented one. I think. I don't think that's changing the smell.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying their wool mat doesn't smell anymore. I guess you just have to use it.
Okay. I shall use it for a long time. Over and over when I feel like smelling the stench. It's okay. I'll live. It's definitely convenient for these little tiny blocks. Sewing that I'm sewing because it's small, and the Panasonic iron fits on it. It's about the only good thing so far.
Sandra says you should let me do the ironing.
I should, but
And Manny, Manny, Lulu.
I'm trying to do this myself today. So,
Oh.
nana nana boo boo to you.
I get in some trouble. I'm in the doghouse. No ironing for Scotty.
Mm. It's kind of hard for you to iron when you're attached to a cord.
I got the extension cord. What I bought that for?
All right. Press some more. Let me find the start of these yellows. Where did they start? Right there. Pop these guys apart in a second after I press these guys. It's nice to get in a little rhythm, you know, where your station is just like this in a rhythm, back and forth. It's all in one area. Of course, if it was to be in one area, I'd want the ironing station to the right of me because I'm right-handed. 2 more. Couldn't last 2 more. My goodness. Most of these are batiks, so they press real nicely. Just have to fold it back with my fingernail.
Oh, Teresa says her ice bag is done.
Awesome. We're done. Now for
Diane
these.
says it's my job to press. That's why I'm the Iron Man. See?
Yep.
Hold on, you have a question. You have a video tutorial on how you make a churn dash block.
I have a video on the churn dash, yes. A long time ago. It's like 2 years old. I guess that's not very long ago, but you get the picture. All right. I'm going to run this through now. Watch this. They're all hooked together. Put those there. Move these down here. I'm going to come back to the beginning while it's still hooked to the end. And I'm going to start running these through, creating a weird chain circle. Just opening them up and sticking another one on. It's funny. That's like super chain piecing there. I have not broken any thread. So I'm gonna have me a necklace by the time I get to the bottom. Stop, take a drink. I should have been sewing my little quarter square triangles because I pulled out all that stuff from my swipe drawer and separated it, but I haven't actually had Scott stand and press it all yet because it's kind of been shoved in that drawer for so long, it's all wrinkled up. I did make a few. Not enough. Gotta get all that stuff cleaned up and used up. Almost to the start of my little circling chain piecing. And then I don't break thread by adding some more to it. Snip that and I got myself a necklace. There we go. And I'll wear my necklace. So pretty, isn't it? My half square triangle necklace. I know you alls want one. It's so adorable. I'm going to wear it all night long. I'm going to go party in it. Woohoo! Sorry, I know. I'm silly. Every now and then.
Have you ever had wool mat before using this one?
Nope. And I've only been to one of my quilter friends' houses that has one, and it stunk to me. So I was like, I don't think I'll ever want one. She's like, oh, but it'll go away. I'm sure not all of them have this smell. I don't know. What?
Donna says, Tiff, party or potty?
Yeah. Having me a party.
Party or potty?
All right, let's do some more of these ones.
It's a half square lay. Yeah.
A what?
Ava said a half square lay.
Yeah, it's a half square lay. Yep.
Go to Hawaii.
Yep.
It's a lay.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. I've been laid. with some squares.
Carol said you're silly. Love watching and learning.
I know, I'm a nut. I'm a nut, I know.
You're going to the QuiltCon, right?
Yes, I am going to QuiltCon. I will be there the 19th and the 20th. I'm pretty sure those are the 2 days that fall on a Saturday and a Sunday. I'm not going for all 4 days. No, we're going Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, are you going to do So Sunday there then?
I don't know what I'm going to do for So Sunday. I'll probably cancel the first So Sunday ever in a long time.
So Sunday, you can't do that.
I could do it while I'm on the road, maybe. I don't know. We will see how that works out because I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work out. I probably could do it from there. I mean, I should get good phone service in Phoenix because it's a big city. So just know if you want to meet me there, that's where I will be on the 19th and 20th.
Donna gets through those wool mats and she hates them with the smell. She says if you ever figure anything out what to do with them, let her know.
All right, let's make another lay.
Nancy says this is how new fads start.
Yeah. This isn't actually hard at all. It's still connected. I just grabbed at the beginning again and starting all over by adding my third piece while all these pieces are connected. And they're going together nicely, and it just makes a complete circle when you're done.
Cheryl wants to know what is a half square triangle.
A half square triangle is...
Half square triangle circle?
Oh, that's what's around my neck.
Yeah, it's just that's just the thing.
I'm just putting all the half square triangles around my neck. I'm just making a circle by taking the end and bringing it back again. So I'm just kind of chain stitching them around and around and around. It's actually kind of cool that I did this because it's all staying together. If you do it long enough, you could have a nice long lay.
Okay, you need to stop there. It's like the dam jokes, and you go to the Hoover Dam, and they just keep going and going and going with them. It gets old.
Sorry. You guys like my real life channel here. So, you know, if it comes out sounding funny, just know.
It's a nice long way, huh?
Just know that I'm a weirdo and you love me. I have issues.
Never a dull moment.
Nope, never a dull moment. Exactly. All right, 2 more. I think, yeah, 2.
Grammy says, you lucky girl. Brenda says, how appropriate, a necklace for Mardi Gras.
Yeah. A specific quilter's Mardi Gras necklace, might I add. All right, just because, here's my other one. I've been laid twice today. I know. I'm just too much. All right. Oh, it's already hot. It was just warning me that it's already hot. See, I'm using it without the steam now, and it still stinks. I could smell this darn mat. And the steam comes out of the iron on its own because it lets out air. Oops, those are 2s. Oop, what am I doing? What am I doing? And there is a... I'm going to burn that little gnat flying around. Maybe he'll make my mat smell better. The mat on the... Kill the gnat on the mat. And then it won't stink.
says, no wonder Scott isn't ironing. He's exhausted. I said, I'm always up pretending. With the capital letters. Oh, my.
Okay. Stop with the gutter now. We're done with the gutter. Let's move to the rooftop.
Mavis says, when is the quilting luau?
Yeah. I hope it's not rubbing against the mic.
I don't know.
Actually, these are kind of hot. Let's remove them from my head. I don't think I've ever seen any other quilter do this besides me.
You never know. There might be someone out there.
So blues next, and these pinks after that. I don't think I'm gonna get very many.
Eric just got on here and missed it all. He says, what? We in the gutter?
Oh, because I made half square triangle lays, see?
Yes, Eric missed it all.
2 of them. You want to know how I do that? Go back and watch the replay. Because I've already gone through the fact that I got laid twice today. So, there we go. It's over.
We're out of the gutter now.
We're out of the gutter. We're now on the roof where we can see clearly. Now we're back to the stanky smell of this darn wool mat. But had to try it.
Tell Eric to tell him all how to get to his Zoom thing because everybody's asking.
Oh, Eric, you'll have to tell everyone how to get to your Zoom meeting in however long when it comes on, because I don't know what time it comes on. It usually comes on while I'm live streaming, and I definitely want to go watch after, so I figured it was already on by now. How long have I been on?
6:07. I don't know when it comes on.
Maybe it's 7, which would be 6 his time.
Well, Diane says once you're in the gutter, it's tough to get out, especially if you're getting laid.
Yeah.
Mary Ann says, my husband is here. He said, lucky lady.
It's funny. But in reality, it didn't happen, so it's just fabric. Just the fabric. The fabric got it today. Oh, come on. Last.
The day's not over yet, honey.
Okay, keep it out.
She said he caught the tail end of the conversation and asked me what I'm watching.
Don't you just love it? I've heard this several times from several watchers before, that their significant others have come in at the exact moment that I say something here. But you know, I'm real. I don't hide anything, and I don't keep my mouth shut. You know, so they've walked in at those exact moments, and they're like, their jaw drops to the floor. They walk in when my boobs are on the screen accidentally because I wear tank tops in the summertime. I'm like, what the heck are you watching? And that's all you see because I'm in front of the ironing board, you know? Yeah. I've gotten comments on that kind of stuff before in emails because, you know, it's funny.
Anyway, Eric's going on a 6 Pacific Standard, so that's an hour from now, I do believe.
Yeah. Okay. It's when there is no daylight savings, when time goes back to regular again, that's when he comes on while I'm live on So Sundays, because I never change time.
Laura asked, do you think a drop of essential oil would help the smell from it?
I have no idea.
Put fabric softener sheet under it. That might do something.
I don't know. These ideas are lots, but I don't know.
Laura says you guys are so fun.
We try to be. I'm breaking my lays now.
Practically Creative says my husband is editing a 2-minute video for me. So far, it's taken an hour. Well, you know what that's like.
I know what it's like, yeah. I made that little video yesterday of putting the casters on the long arm, and it was only, what, 6.5 minutes worth of video footage?
Something like that.
And then
total,
I sat next to him, and I didn't even put it on the computer this time. I actually edited it from my phone because I still have the editor on my phone. So I edited it from my phone. And yeah, I was sitting there for like a good hour and a half for a 6-minute video. It's not even 6 minutes. It's like 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, I thought it was like only 5 minutes. I don't know. However long it is, I sat there and yeah. Yep. I'm pressing these in, out, in, out, in, out because when I go to put them together, I want all these to be opposite directions. That's in. There's that gnat again.
Yeah, he's been over here bugging me. I've been shooting him. First I thought it was a fly, but it's not.
No, it's a little tiny gnat.
I know.
I'm going to heat him up on the iron if he comes near me. I don't want to stick it to my face, though, when they tend to fly at your face.
Practically Creative says, I was impressed that everything got put back where it belongs in the wheel video.
Out. Yep. In, out, in. So this is what I'm doing. Out, and that's out. I'm going to sew these together so you guys can see. I'm not being too particular about these. I'm just trying to nest up as best as I can. They weren't perfect to begin with, these little squares, so. Just going one direction. And these go on here. Oops. All of the colors are all going in the opposite direction, or all in the same direction. So anything that's darker.
Okay, Eric put a link in for Zoom meeting for the people that are asking.
Oh, so if you guys want to join Zoom tonight, Eric put the link in. So this is what I'm making. All the darker colors are all going in the same direction. I'm trying to follow Mr. Gnat around.
Oh, and there's a passcode to get into? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but there's a passcode.
All right. Back over there. So this is a out, and these two are in. So again, just sewing them all together. It probably would have been easier, Eric, if you would have just posted it in the group, but there are some people that are not in the group that like to join that kind of stuff. And so that goes up here like that. I don't remember what's sewing it on, and it doesn't really matter because it's going however it goes. All right. There's another one. It's just half square triangles. And they're all going to be like this, like that, like this. You get where I'm going. Some are all purples. Some are just random. Oops, and there's some that are actually backwards, and I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to leave them. If they're messed up, like this one has backwards ones, I really don't care. Those are the ones that were probably already pre-made that I was just going with what the person sent me. You know, That's all I'm doing. Just making a bunch of these, and I'm just gonna throw them all in a quilt together. And
Are you planning to go live next Sunday, Erica?
I don't know about that. What's next Sunday? What day?
7 days from now would be the 13th.
Then yes, I should be going live on that day. It's the weekend of QuiltCon that I don't know if I'm going to be going live or not. I'm going to try to, but we will see.
Is that next week?
That's not
Well,
next week.
That's next week. Phoenix next week.
I thought it was the 16th through the 20th.
I don't know.
I have it open on my phone, but I can't open my phone because it's over there and you guys are watching me from it. Because I swore it was the 16th.
What size are your triangles?
They're 2 inches. I didn't even know this whole entire time until someone asked earlier.
Yeah, Christy says it's 16th and 20th. So yes, we'll be on So Sunday next week.
Yes, I will be on So Sunday next week. Yep. Out.
Oh, next Sunday's Super Bowl. That's why he asked, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, Paula says it's the Super
I'll
Bowl.
still
so
go
please
live. I will still go live
a lot of
for
people
Super
don't watch the Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
they want something else to do. Like
We
Paula
don't-
just said.
We don't watch Super Bowl.
It's Super Bowl Sunday next week. Please go live. She wants you to.
Yeah, I don't watch Super Bowl stuff. I don't watch football. I did when I was a kid growing up because my cousins were Raiderettes, cheerleaders for the Raiders, so I went to lots and lots and lots and lots of Raider games. And I was involved as a cheerleader in Pop Warner football and so on and so forth. So I mean, I did spend a lot of time at football fields. And as I got older, I was like, seriously, I am not interested in any of this. Before I met Scott, I had tons and tons of friends and exes that they loved football, and I would just walk away, because I didn't care if that's what they were watching. I don't care. I don't want to watch it. I'd go and turn my TV show on and watch my own thing. Need a third one in that pile. So in.
And where do you buy scraps at? One lady asked way earlier. I don't even remember her name.
You can buy scraps from all sorts of places, from all sorts of stores. Most quilt shops sell their scraps. They do scrap bags for super cheap from their cutoffs. Or you can make friends and trade scraps. I get
or just
scraps.
make a lot of quilts and have your own scraps.
Yeah, or make a lot of quilts and
That's
have
where
scraps.
yours come from, a lot of them.
Yeah. I get donated and I make a lot of quilts on my own and have scraps from those. And I use every single bit of it up.
Tell them you're on every Sunday at 5 our time.
I'm on every Sunday at 5 my time.
Which
so
is 1 hour and 20 minutes ago.
Which is 1 hour and 20 minutes ago, said
From whatever
Scott.
time they are.
From
So
whatever time you
it's
are.
a day difference.
Yeah. So 5 p.m. Arizona time, which would be Mountain Standard Time. We don't change time here. No daylight savings for us. Just make sure you ring the bell, the notification bell, to get notifications when I do go live. That way you don't always have to remember. It should ding you.
Ask her if they change times in Australia.
Do you guys change time in Australia? Scott's just as curious. I don't know if other countries do daylight savings time. It was done here because of the farmers.
Yeah. It started back in the 1800s.
And I don't know why they don't get rid of it, because farmers now, like they were saying on Teresa's Live, they all have tractors with headlights on them. You can see what you're doing,
Yeah.
So I don't know why they haven't done away with it. The animals and birds and stuff are going to make noises as soon as the actual sun rises anyway. It's not like, it's going to affect them.
But she hasn't said anything yet, so we shall see.
Yeah, I've always been curious if any other countries do change time,
I truly don't know.
like Canada and stuff. Does Canada change time? Does
don't
Canada
know.
change time? Or you got whoever's in Canada? You guys have daylight savings there too?
Okay, Jackie says yes, they change time in Adelaide, Australia. So if they do in one part of Australia, I guess
They do
the
it
rest
in
of
all,
does.
yeah. Interesting.
Do daylight savings time. I guess it's not just an American thing.
I actually never learned about that in school. I always just knew it was an American thing. I didn't know it was any other country.
Okay, Marianne says not in Perth where she is, but
two,
the eastern states too.
3,
Okay.
5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So be 6 on the inward facing ones.
Judy says yes, they change in Ontario. Linda says yes, they change in England.
Oh, so it's everywhere then. It's not just here. Okay.
Well, not every country, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 1, 2.
Well, in Arizona,
3,
we do not change time. So
4,
5
5.
o'clock our time, which is an hour and 21 minutes ago, we are on every Sunday.
Yeah. We don't change time in Arizona. I guess the farmers get too much heat, so they never wanted to change time anyway. It's too hot any time of day. We have cotton farms
We're the
and
Wild
sheep
West
farms
here.
here.
We kind of do a lot of whatever we want.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all Texans think y'all are the Wild West. We're still pretty wild out here.
Yep. All right, 2 more outs and 1 more in. Wow, I made just the right amount of pieces with those 2 necklaces. This one will go out as well.
Heather says a Native American chief at daylight savings time explained to him. He said only a white man would cut off the top of a blanket and put it on the bottom to make it longer. That is hilarious.
That's funny. That is funny.
That is hilarious.
2, and the 3rd one goes inward. All right. Now to sew all these sets together. I'll have a bunch of these greenish, yellowish, orange combo. I'm going to do the same with the blue and the pink and purple. So all of these together. And then after I get all these together, I think I'm going to get off here.
We've been on almost an hour and a half.
Yeah. Those over there. Yep, getting it somewhat worked on, and in about a year or 2 from now, I'll have finally finished this whole little whatever I'm doing here.
Teresa McBroom wants you to know she's watching Dances with Wolves today and noticed a few quilts.
Oh, I notice quilts in all movies and TV shows. I tell Scott all the time, look, 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 look at the quilt. Because, see, the reason why I notice them, purposely notice everything, is because that's where I want my quilts to be, is in the movies. I think I've told you guys this before, but for those that are new to my channel and never heard me talk about it, I sell my quilts when I make them. I do donate and all that other stuff as well, but I mainly, I sell. And then I give to my family and so on and so forth. But my sold quilts, my goal is to sell to movie production companies so that they can put my quilts in the movies. Am I even paying attention to this?
Probably not.
No, I'm not.
Practically Creative has made quilts based on one she's seen in movies. That's a good idea.
Those are opposite. Those are opposite. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. Not paying attention. That's what I'm doing here. Not paying attention. Oh, look, I only need to rip one out. Right? Yep. Duh, Tiffany. Yep. So my goal is to make enough quilts to where a movie company can come to me and say, I want this one, this one, this one, and that one for an upcoming movie. And I will have them in stock for them to buy off of me. And that's another reason why I make a lot of the quilts out of scrap and stuff, because in 90% of movies, I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but 90% of movies and TV shows, it's never a quilt that's all the same fabrics. It's always, always something that's made out of scrappy fabrics or something made to look super old. So that's my goal, is to make stuff for the movies. Obviously, it's going to take a long time to get there because no movie producers are watching me right now, the people that design sets. One of these days, one will, and they'll find me and they'll be like, oh, I want this one, this one, this one.
You don't have that many.
I know. I actually can't be just a one person team, though, if I plan to do that, because I will have to produce a lot of quilts if that be the case, which I have no problem with doing. I'm just a little bit slower when I have to make so many of them.
Marianne said when they started daylight savings time in Australia, people complained that it was bleaching their curtains. She says, don't they realize it's still the same amount of time of sunlight?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Same amount of time of sunlight as, and I did this one wrong too. I want all them facing up, not down. Oy.
Linda said the movies would definitely buy your Long Star quilt. It's amazing.
Who said I'm going to pick today? This is what I'm going to do. What? I would have said, no, I'm not going to pick today, but no, look at me now. I am ripping seams because I'm not paying attention while talking about being in the movies. Not me being in the movies, but my creations being in the movies. Someday it's going to happen. Probably will happen when I'm dead. When I'm dead and go on. All right, I want all those facing the same direction. What am I thinking? I have to check all these as I sew them. And then I can get off of here. Let's add one of these to it. Let's make sure it's facing the correct direction. That's out. That's out. So it needs to go down here. Those are facing up. That's where it's going. All right, let's check this one. They look to be going the correct direction. Let's add one of these to it. They're going the correct direction. Yay. I don't know how I was messing that one up. I think it's because I wasn't laying them after I was pressing them. I wasn't laying them the right way. This goes there. I just thought I did, but I didn't. My brain saw myself do something I did not do.
How did your doctor appointment go? Linda asked.
My doctor appointment went just fine. My mass that is in my lower left lung is stuck with me for life. It is my new best friend. It did not shrink, nor did it grow, which is a good sign. So now I don't have to get CT scans every 6 months. So that's a good sign. They don't have to.
Yeah, they upped it every year.
Yeah, every year instead. And then if it does good every year for a couple years, then the pulmonologist will probably be like, you know what, you're good. But I still have issues with getting out of breath and such stuff like that. And he said that's pretty normal. It's going to be stuck with me for life. So just never to exert myself. It's what is it called? Calcified around it. So technically I don't have that chance for it to explode inside of me and then drown in my own lungs. So that's a good thing. So that's how it went. He was actually more concerned about the fact that I have been limping around a lot lately, and it's just because the weather is cold, so it's affecting my joints, which is not good with my arthritis and my legs and my MS. So he wants me to go to my neurologist for my MS, because if it's getting worse during weather, who knows what's happening inside my body. So yeah, I don't have a neurologist here where I live anyway, so that kind of, isn't a good thing. All facing the same direction. Yay. All right. Everything else is okay. Just normal random stuff that goes on with my body. All right, last one, and I'm gonna press these, and then, so if you guys have any questions, ask them now, because after I'm done with this, I'm gonna be done, because I'm done. I'm gonna put it all back in the box and call it a day. Like I said, this is just something I work on when I need something to do and not start something else, because this is so easy to clean up because it all goes in here. And I think I made quite a big dent in it today.
What size are your triangles?
These are 2-inch triangles. All right. Now to press all these, and the blocks, just so that you guys know, my little blocks come out to be 5 inches square when they're sewn together.
Practically Creative likes the variety of colors you have.
Yeah. Thank people for giving me scraps, because that's how I get such a good variety.
How many 9 patches do you have done?
I don't know how many are done. I'll count in a second. I do have a whole stack of almost done. Come on, pick it up faster. I can do this. Warm back up. Give it a little finger pressing before that iron is ready.
Are you going to do another video or live chat doing these?
I don't know. This is just something I pulled. Maybe next time I'll pull a different project. I don't know. I just needed something to do today. More. Like I said, I don't know when I'll ever finish this project. It was kind of started for me, and I'm going with the flow of everything, and I will get it done sooner or later.
When you work on a quilt, do you get the design in your head and then pull your fabric, or do you look at your fabric and then decide on the design?
Usually I get the idea in my head and then choose fabric. Sometimes I see a fabric and I say, oh, that's what I want to do with that. So here's a stack of sets of 3. I don't know how many are here, but you can see there is a lot of sets of 3 that just need to be attached into the 9 patch. And then obviously here's some sets of 2s. And then the singles are what's in here and right here. And then there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There's 23 9 patches done so far.
When you do 9 patches, do you do them all in a vertical row or in a horizontal?
What do you mean?
You do them all up and down or side to side?
They're all going side to side. Like this.
Does it matter?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Are postage stamps 1.5 inches to start with?
Yes. Postage stamps are 1.5 inch to start with. Okay. I'm going to throw all these now back into the bin. I'm going to throw all these 2s back into the bin. All these sets of 3s back into the bin. And then those back into the bin. Close said bin. Here are my leftover pieces that are going to get made into something. It might even go from,
Hey, he said, meow, mama, meow.
that's my cat Thumper. He was laying on the floor in here.
No, he just came in.
Oh, he just came in.
just
I thought he
came
was
in.
laying on the floor.
Nope.
All right. So there's that. I'm done. I could probably make a secondary block with these that'll finish 5 inches or something to go with those and have fun with it, but I don't know. Like I said, it's just a side project. Something to do. I can even go into the 2.5 inch strip sets that I just got in yesterday's mail opening. Those, I actually had an empty drawer in here, so I swiped it all down into that drawer for now, so that way it's out of the way. But all the stuff that Becca gave me in the previous day's box, those are all out in the garage until I can have room to put things away. Like I said, my client quilt project that I've been filming has kind of taken over my room. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Anybody else have anything to say? Because I'm just going to go ahead and get myself off here.
Angela said she was hoping to see Thumper.
Oh.
Good thing he got shown.
Anyways, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Ring that bell so that you can get notifications when I'm live. I am live every single Sunday at 5 p.m. Whether I'm sick or not, I'm usually on. I'm not sure about what I'm doing during the QuiltCon weekend, but I will figure something out.
You'll be live.
And let's see, what else? And then
We don't
any
break
other video is whatever, but any other live stream is whenever I feel like it. And then Wednesdays are 25 patch blocks. Hurry up and get those made, guys, because that is coming to an end in a few short months. It's, let's see, what is this, February? Yeah, so March. It'll be done in April. So just know that something new is going to come up after we, finish that series up by putting the blocks together. But some of the blocks coming up are quite fun. So stay tuned for those videos. Make sure you have your bell rung so you can get notifications when they come on. I will see you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye.